In the meantime, we'll run through the rest of our player weekly awards for this week. We gave you our players of the week: Keenan Reynolds from Navy on offense, William Jackson III from Houston on defense, and Spencer Smith from Memphis on special teams. Our five-man honor roll consists of Cincinnati quarterback Hayden Moore. He came off the bench to complete 31 of 53 for a conference record 557 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 53 of 46 loss to Memphis. East Carolina quarterback James Summers rushed for 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then threw for 110 yards and another score in the 35-28 win against Virginia Tech. Houston quarterback Greg Ward Jr. completed 17 of 21 for 274, 4 touchdowns, and rushed for 91 yards and 2 more touchdowns on 10 carries in the 59-14 win against Texas State. Memphis quarterback Paxton Lynch completed 24 of 36 for a career-high 412 yards, 2 touchdowns in the 53-46 win against Cincinnati. And then Navy linebacker Micah Thomas had 10 tackles, a sack, 2 tackles for loss in the 28-18 win at UConn. So that was our five-man weekly honor roll. Should be receiving television times and networks designations for games of Saturday, October 10th at some point during this call, so we will make sure to get that out to you once we have it here. There will be an announcement on the East Carolina Brigham Young start time of October 10th in about 10 minutes. That game will be announced by BYU at the top of the hour at noon Eastern Time. We should have Coach Tom Herman on from Houston on in just a couple minutes. Houston is 3-0 overall. Cougars have not played a conference game yet. Coach Herman is just the second Houston coach to begin his career with 3 straight wins. Joins John Jenkins, who started off with 8 straight wins in the 1990 season. Cougars are 9-2 overall with Greg Ward Jr. as their starting quarterback. Houston has scored on its opening drive in all 3 games this season. Have Coach on in just a moment here. And we've been joined by Houston coach Tom Herman. The Cougars are 3-0 overall. Houston was in action this past Saturday against Texas State, and Houston won the game 59-14. Up next for the Cougars will be their conference opener at Tulsa. That will be a noon Eastern Time start on CBS Sports Network. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win against Texas State, please, and tell us what you expect to see to begin conference play against Tulsa.
The win against Texas State was good. I thought our kids responded well to the off week. Really proud of our defense, getting 4 turnovers again, and holding a really powerful offense to, really 7 meaningful points. And, the last touchdown came when we had our 2s and 3s in there. And, was not happy with the first half penalties. We had way too many, and we're going to have to correct those this week. But overall, pleased with the progress that we continue to make this week. Heading into this week, obviously, playing Tulsa at Tulsa. Anytime you play on the road, doesn't matter who you play. It's tough to win on the road, and especially their very high-powered offense. They're playing really well on offense right now, and we've got to find a way to contain their great wide receiver and quarterback. But our guys are excited. We're excited about the first conference game and getting the conference slate underway.
We'll take questions for Coach Herman. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go to Dan Tortora with Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
Doing great, Dan. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. 3-0 start on a team that you've expressed needed to change their environment. A lot of different things you hit the ground running with when you got there. How do you feel the team's responded to your leadership and your staff and what you've tried to do as far as where the environment is right now?
I think they've responded well. I wouldn't say great, but well, decent. The thing that we've had is we've had a lot of older guys be the guys probably with the biggest level of buy-in, which is hard to do when you change staffs because those guys are so set in their ways. It's still a daily process, though. We, as coaches, we can't really let our thumb off of the team for any given period of time, simply because human nature is to fall back into old habits. And so we see a few things creep up here and there, whether it be practice habits or timeliness of being to meetings on time and all that stuff. But for the most part, 99% of the time we're doing things the way that we want done in this program.
When you look at some of the key pillars that you've used to work to build a strong foundation for Houston football, again, the team's 3-0, you're heading into conference play, but what are some of those key pillars that you feel have needed to be there to be 3-0 at this point in a non-conference schedule?
I think one, we needed to be very mentally and physically tough, and I think that was probably shown in the Louisville game. We didn't play very good against Louisville from an execution and fundamental standpoint. We played pretty average, to be honest with you, but we played really, really hard. We played very physical, and we played very mentally tough in terms of the roller coaster of emotions in that game. Able to survive that and come out with a win. And then probably the second thing is a genuine accountability to our teammates and to our coaches, and the willingness to not play for ourselves, but play for the success and happiness of our family members. And I think we're getting those things accomplished. Mental and physical toughness, and then genuine playing for the success and happiness of our teammates.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have other questions today for Coach Herman? Star 1 on your telephone, if so. Well, Coach, we're letting you off easy this week. We thank you for your time.
Yeah, I love it.
Talking to you again
okay,
next Monday.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right.